Hello and welcome to the It's Raining Crafts podcast. My name is Raina. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry under SF Chick. Today is Tuesday, September 27th, 2016. This is episode 28. I recorded before, but I kind of rambled on in the podcast and I didn't want to upload that. So, I hope that you all are well. And it's been a few weeks because Kel started kindergarten and he loves it. And now that things are settling down after a month, I decided to podcast again. And I have lots of photos to show you, especially one that I'm wearing. But and then I got an iPad. It's easier to keep the iPad on my I have an iPhone and I really couldn't load everything that I wanted on my iPhone. I have to select because it doesn't have enough room on it. So I opted to get an iPad. Here it is, in all its glory. I love my case for my iPad. It's one of those skeleton cases. So, why don't we get into my knitting? And if you hear rubbing up against plastic, that's my cat, because I have a plastic garbage bag over here and she's been rubbing it. So, why don't I show you my first bow? It's my Contented Cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And here it is in all its gloriness. Let's zoom it on the monitor. But I love the sleeves. They're like kimono sleeves, and I don't have a pin right now to keep it closed. Because so I just stuck a knitting needle in there, because no matter what fabric I wear, it falls off my shoulders. So that is done. I finished that on Sunday. Usually I would go to the yarn store, but my friend who runs the yarn store, her daughter was in an accident and is recovering from a concussion, and she's still struggling, I hear, but I hope that she gets better, because Lisa and her daughter are very close, like me and my mother. So anyway, that's the first faux. The second faux, I've been knitting a lot of hats. It's that time for the craft show to come along. And so the first hat that I finished, this is my Comfy Little Hat by Christina Roy. And there's a loop right there I need to pull in. But it's just a vanilla hat. And I was knitting on this hat and I got quite bored with it, because I like knitting textures, and this doesn't have a lot of texture, but it's good to have just the vanilla hat, just in case anybody wants a hat. So I have a loop right here I need to pull in. I noticed that right now. So that's almost finished. That was finished, but now that I see that loop, I need to pull that in. Maybe I'll take it with me when I go see my mother-in-law. But the second hat is the crystal hat. This is out of Vanna's Choice, an olive green. Oh, and the gray hat is a heather gray out of Vanna's Choice by Lion Brand. I like knitting. I like making my hats nice and soft, because Other people, they buy the cheapest, roughest yarn at the craft show, and it just doesn't turn out. It just is rough, and I can imagine feeling something rough on my head. So that's the second one. The third one is the Easy Guernsey hat, another one by Christina Roy. I did this out of Vanna's Choice in pink. I like Vanna's Choice yarn. You could tell, especially if I'm knitting. If someone asks me to knit a hat, that's the first yarn that I go for. And it was an easy and fun pattern to knit. And I'm done knitting for the craft show. Because I have other things that I need to work on, like Christmas presents and socks, but those are my finished objects. I finished going back to my sweater. I finished it on Sunday. I took it yesterday to my in-laws. So my mother-in-law was away for 2 weeks. Her brother had a massive heart attack when he was visiting Pittsburgh. When was it? Last month? In July? No, it was last month. And he had to have surgery, and she went to go help him and his wife take care of him. So yesterday I finally got to see my mother-in-law in 2 weeks, and she helped me block my sweater. And we had a good day yesterday. So the next section are my whips. So I haven't touched my own shawl in a while because I was just on a sweater kick on this project. I was just like, I need to get it done. I need to get it off the needles. So I did that. And then the diving in that I'm working on is for Graham. And I really wasn't sure about this. I took it to my mother-in-law yesterday and asked her what she thought. Because I was like, should I add another color? Should I do this? Should I do this? And I think that this has enough color to it. I dropped a stitch. Let me pick it up right now. This is the Diving In by Mamselle Flo. It's a recipe on Ravelry. And you just knit. It's knit front back. It's knit 2 together. And you just knit. And I'm making one for me. Mine is pink. This one is for Graham, because Graham looks good in blue. Matches her eyes, and it goes well with her hair. So, I made this. I'm about halfway through the skein. I have like 50 grams left. I think that I should have enough, but I have a second skein just in case I decide to cast off and I don't have enough. Because I'm in a waiting period right now for another skein of yarn, and I don't like the waiting period. So I ordered ahead. And so that's in my nesting box by Chicken Boots, and you can see all the labels from my sweater in there because this is my sweater bag. And then the next one that I'm working on is the Tootsie Roll socks. This is in another Chicken Boots bag. It's a sock box. I finished the one sock. No, that's not the finished sock. What are you doing, girly girl? Sorry. This is a finished sock in all its glory. And then I got to my toe decreases on my second sock. No! She's in here because I'm in here. So if you hear the crinkling of bags in the background, I have like those comforter bags on the futon right now. She likes to lay on them. So this is the second sock. And I got to my toe decreases and I realized that I don't have enough. So I have 15 rows to go and this much left of yarn. So I'm waiting patiently, trying to be patient, but I'm not really that patient so I'm working on that, and I'm not working on it. It's in limbo because the next skein has to come. So that's in that bag, and then I'm working on another. I started another sock. My mother-in-law's birthday is in November, and I told her yesterday, I said, I'm knitting you a pair of socks. You know, she's easygoing, so whenever she gets them, she gets them. You know, so this is a Crazy Sour Ball. And I just started the rows. And I have a second ball, the 50-gram ball out in the living room that I did, that I have on my end table. I should probably start that right now. Well, not at this moment because I'm recording, but because I am, but when I get finished. So let's see. The next, I said I have a few other projects that I'm going to start working on. I'm going to start working on Henry's hat for my nephews and my son. I bought the book for my nephew for his birthday in July, and he loves it. And he's like, "Mommy, can you make me Henry's hat?" And Danny, my sister-in-law, said no, but Aunt Raina can. So I committed to making Cammie a hat, Henry's hat. And then my son asked for one. And then that would leave my other nephew out. I didn't want to leave my other nephew out and have him be all upset because I didn't make him Henry's hat. So I have quite a project in front of me. So the next thing that I got is what I got. It's like stash enhancement. So I got this pretty tealy blue yarn from the Cat's Pajamas from my Fabriista Club. I got a tote bag with it too. It's like a tealy gray. Is that accurate? But it's called Ragdoll. I guess that's the name of their yarn. And it's 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. I don't know what to make with it. It's 440 yards. And it's called Into the Woods. It's like a tealy green, tealy blue. It's very beautiful. But when I heard Ragdoll, when I saw Ragdoll, I thought, I'm the type of person where you mention a song and the song pops into my head. So, Ragdoll, the song from Aerosmith, popped into my head when I saw that. So I've been singing it for the last month, and I even have a Pandora station that said it. And that, I had to change to Spotify because Pandora told me to vote for Donald Trump. And that made me very sad because I like Pandora a lot. But I'm not going to listen to Pandora until after the election. So the next game that I have is, I just got this for my Favorista Club again. This is 100 Ravens. And I can't pronounce that word. But that's the type of yarn. This is the colorway. It looks like it's it goes from light to dark, light to dark. It's like a gradient. It's browns. It's like caramel browns. It's so beautiful. And it's so soft. And it's 100% merino wool. So I think that I'm going to make a shawl. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm not really a shawl knitter. I like socks and hats, but if it's requested of me or if I see a cool pattern, my sweater is falling off my shoulders, then I will knit a shawl. But it has to be an easy shawl because that's just mindless knitting. But another thing too is I want to talk about is that I suffer from depression. It's very hard sometimes, and I was giving myself a lot of grief over this sweater because the sweater needed to be done, and I just felt that it needed to be done. So Lisa, who usually helps me, I mentioned at the beginning that she went down to help her daughter. So I decided to pick up all these stitches by myself. Oh my God, was that a job? I had to be perfect, And with depression, I have the insomnia too. So I've been beating myself up a lot. I haven't been in my knitting mojo. And it's really hard because it's something I love. And I think I get this. I think I get this way when the seasons change too. It's just like it's fall now. Happy fall. And it's going to get colder. That means I can wear my sweater and I can wear my cows and my hats. But I decided, I go talk to somebody. I haven't been there in months. I decided that it's time to go back to her and talk to her about how I'm feeling because I constantly do it to myself, and my husband says to me, just shut it off. Just do that. And I talk to And I have a friend that I went to college with, and she says, and she agrees with me that it's very hard to shut off because she goes through the same thing. And she has a lot more on her plate. She helps her sister take care of her nieces, and she's always constantly running. So, anyway, I've been going through that. That's why I haven't been podcasting too. And, you know, losing a little boy in July, it's, you know, as that further progresses, then, I get really sad because I would go to bed at night, and then he would jump into bed and want to go under the covers immediately. And I have my other cat. She doesn't do that. I think I miss that. I think the little boy and the seasons changing and it's all getting to me. But on the bright side, I still have her, and I have my son, and I have my family to help me. I have my in-laws to help me through this, and my husband. I don't know what I would do without my husband. You know, there's sometimes though where you wanna, where it's like, oh my god. And it's not like oh my god, but it's, you know, sometimes it's stressful, and he's still there, so helping me through this. So I'm going to go. I hope that you all have a good day or evening or whatever time you're watching this. I'm going to go to wash my dishes while this uploads. So happy knitting, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.